Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Guidental. This is Dr. Saif Singh. So the subject for today's video is going to be dental materials. This subject is being discussed in three parts. This is the first part or the first video for this subject. Whatever topics I'll be mentioning in the video are also mentioned in my blog by the name of Guidental, the link for which is given in the description. So starting with the first topic, that is properties of dental materials. Here the first topic is adhesion and cohesion. Here you need to know the definition and difference between adhesion and cohesion with one example each. Classification and subclassification of interatomic bonds in detail with definition and any one example of each subtype. Difference between crystalline and non-crystalline solids with two examples each. Do mention about the concept of glass transition temperature and fusion temperature. Coming to colloids, you need to know definition, Brownian movement, concept of dispersed phase, dispersed medium and true solution with any two examples each, concept of sol, gel, syneresis and imbibition with one example each. Coming to emulsions, you need to know definition of emulsion, concept and significance of emulsifier with one example each of emulsion as well as emulsifier. Adsorption, absorption and sorption. These three only the definitions you need to know. Surface tension, surface energy, contact angle and sweating of solid. You need to know the concept in detail with diagrams. A key statement or a golden statement that can be used to remember the basic concept is greater wetting means lower contact angle until complete wetting occurs at zero angle. Less surface tension of liquid means higher surface tension of solid, so there is greater wetting and there is a lower contact angle. And most impression materials have a contact angle lesser than equal to 45 degrees. Coming to optical properties, you need to know definitions of transparency, translucency and opacity with two examples of dental materials each. Definitions of reflection, refraction, scattering and transmission with one clinical significance each. Hue value and chroma, the definition and the representation on the Munsell color system. Coming to thermal properties, definition and any one clinical significance of linear coefficient of thermal expansion, specific heat capacity, thermal conductivity, thermal diffusivity, heat of fusion and latent heat of fusion. Coming to electrical properties, you need to know electrical conductivity and resistivity, definition and clinical significance. Two MCQs. Enamel is a poorer conductor of electricity than dentin. Non-metals that conduct electricity are graphite and silicon. Electromotive force, just know the definition. Coming to tarnish and corrosion, you should know the definitions of tarnish and corrosion. Causes, study any 3 to 4. Concentrate mainly on the dental causes of tarnish and corrosion. Classification of corrosion has to be done in detail with definition and any one example in each subtype. Coming to mechanical properties, here you need to know about stress. Stress you need to know the definition, classification with definition of each subtype. Strain you need to know definition, concept of elastic strain, plastic strain and spring back. In the stress strain diagram or the graph, you have to know the graph in detail with significance of each part of the graph. Model of elasticity, resilience and Poisson's ratio, only the definition and the clinical significance. Coming to strength properties, the definition you need to know and any one clinical significance of proportional limit, elastic limit, yield strength, elastic and plastic deformation, flexural strength, fatigue strength, impact strength, ultimate strength and tear strength. Then you need to know definitions of brittleness, ductility, malleability and hardness. In hardness tests, you need to know the classification, technique and clinical significance of Brinell, Vickers, Knoop and Rockwell test, and the Coldman test also has to be done. Coming to rheological properties, you should know definitions of flow and viscosity with any one example or clinical significance of each, that is flow as well as viscosity. In types of fluid behavior, you should know the definitions of Newtonian, plastic, pseudoplastic, dilatant, thixotropic and rheopexic behaviors with one example each. The next chapter is gypsum products. In gypsum products, you should know the difference between gypsum and gypsum products, concept of water powder ratio, classification of gypsum products with water powder ratio and one use of each product, difference between dental plaster, that is beta hemihydrate, and dental stone, that is alpha hemihydrate, calcination, theories of setting reaction, that is the dissolution precipitation theory has to be done in detail. Factors affecting setting reaction in detail. Do mention about the accelerators and retarders. An MCQ that can be asked is sodium chloride up to 2% acts as an accelerator, but the same sodium chloride above 2% is a retarder. Definitions of wet strength, dry strength, and Weichert-Gilmore test. So these three have to be done. In coming to settings expansion, you need to know the definitions of normal and hygroscopic setting expansion and the factors affecting setting expansion in detail. The next chapter is impression materials. So the classification of impression materials should be done in detail. Impression compound has to be studied in brief. Any 2 to 3 points under composition, classification, thermoconductivity, glass transition and fusion temperature, dimensional stability and surface detail production, advantages and disadvantages. Next is zinc oxide eugenol or zinc oxide eugenol ZOE cement. Here you need to know the composition, that is base paste contains zinc oxide, accelerator paste contains oil of cloves, silica filler, lanolin, and the accelerator is calcium chloride. You can copy paste this as it is in your exams. It is a brief composition of zinc ZOE cement. In setting reaction, the autocatalytic setting reaction has to be done in detail. In dimensional stability, manipulation, advantages, disadvantages, reproduction of details, uses, any 2 to 3 points each will do. Composition and significance of non-eugenol paste has to be done separately as a viva question as well as a short note. Coming to hydrocolloids, you should know the brush heap structure, sol gel transformation. In agar, you need to know the composition, that is brush heap structure, principal ingredient 80% water, and about the borax retarder. Dimensional stability, tear strength, manipulation. In manipulation of agar, you need to know tempering, conditioning, gelation and liquefaction, advantages and disadvantages of agar. In alginate, you need to know the composition in detail, setting and or gelation process, manipulation. Manipulation do mention about the figure 8 motion, that's important for your theory, viva as well as practical, also in your clinics when you're mixing alginate, so it is very very important. The dimensional stability and tear strength of alginate. Then biological hazard, study about silica dust in alginate. Applications, advantages and disadvantages of alginate, any 2 to 3. Coming to the laminate technique. In laminate technique, you should know what the technique, application and drawbacks. Next is elastomers. In elastomers, as you all know, there are 4, that is polysulfide, condensation silicons, addition silicons and polyether. You need to study under supply form, composition and brief, 2 points under base and accelerator or catalyst paste, setting reaction in detail, byproduct only the names, advantages and disadvantages, any 2 each, comparative properties, working time, setting time, tear strength, dimensional stability, permanent deformation and hardness. So these comparative properties means you don't need to know the exact values, but you should know which has the maximum working time or the maximum setting time and the least. So there has to be a comparison. Don't learn the values, but which of these properties, which of the elastomers has the most and which has the least, that is to be known. The next chapter is dental polymers. So you should know the definition of a dental polymer, thermoclassification of dental polymers, that is thermoplastic, thermosetting and elastomeric. In solvation properties, you need to know about cross-linking and the plasticizers. Methyl methacrylate and polymethyl methacrylate, you need to know the melting point, boiling point and the dental applications. Coming to next topic, next chapter, that is restorative resins or composites. So you should know composites were introduced by Bowen in 1962. You should know the definition of a dental composite, the composition of composites in detail with function of each and every component, indications, contraindication, advantages and disadvantages of composites, any 2 to 3, any 2 will also do, 2 points under each. Classification of composites has to be done in detail based on the curing mechanism and based on the filler particle size. Definition: composition, that is filler particle size, advantages and disadvantages of the macrofilled, microfilled, hybrid, flowable and packable composites has to be done. Curing mechanism, advantages and disadvantages of chemically activated, light activated and dual cure composites are to be done. Degree of the concept of degree of conversion and polymerization shrinkage should be done in detail with definition and applications. This is a very important Viva theory MCQ question. It can be asked in any of our exams during a dental materials. The next chapter is denture based resins. So in denture based resins, the first is heat cure resins, where you need to know the composition, that is powder contains benzoyl peroxide and the liquid contains hydroquinone and methyl methacrylate. Compression molding technique has to be done in detail. Do mention about the physical stages of polymerization and the curing cycle. Injection molding technique, you should just know the difference between compression molding and injection molding technique. Advantages and disadvantages, any two. Microwave polymerization, any two advantages and two disadvantages. Next is auto cure or cold cure resins. Here you need to know the composition, that is the powder contains benzoyl peroxide and liquid contains the activator, inhibitor and methyl methacrylate. So the activator and inhibitor, what are there, that you have to study from the books. So with the percentage and the components. In manipulation, you should know about sprinkle on technique and dough technique. You must be doing practicals when you are making a record basis or anything out of acrylic. So you can explain the technique, what you do in the practical literally in your exams. Now you need to know the difference between auto cure and heat cure resins in detail. If there is a table given in any of the books, please follow that table. It will be easier for you and it will fetch you more marks in your exams also. In light cure denture based resins, you should know the composition and the technique. Next chapter is dentin bonding agents. You should know the definition of dentin bonding agents, MRX structure or the chemistry. Classification of dentin bonding agents according to the generations. You should know there are 7 generations. Study under the number of steps, technique and the number of bottles or the supply of the generation. Only study these 3 things about the 7 generations. In bonding mechanism, you should know the concept of hybrid layer, resin tags, smear layer in detail with diagrams. Do mention about the clinical significance and the disadvantages of smear layer. So thank you so much for watching the first part of dental materials. If you found this video to be useful, please like, share and subscribe to my channel Guide Dental for further updates. Thank you so much.